Dacha How, Washa Michael Larson, Washa Nima Depung you. Hello, everybody. This is Mike Larson from BBC IML, and this is A Moment with Mike. So I had a very interesting day today. It's been a good day today. I had lots of opportunities today, working on some marketing things through MJ Design and partnering with a team out of Turkey, of all places, along with my team in China, and working on doing some marketing for several different businesses. And they all tie together, so it's going to be an interesting challenge to do that. Also looking at an opportunity to do some sales for a realtor around the area. And, of course, my online stuff and a big opportunity, it seems has popped up now, potential of a big opportunity in China again. But this opportunity is something I could do online, wouldn't necessarily have to. I might have to go there to close the deal, but it's potentially with Tencent. There's a lot of steps we have to go through first, but it's really looking promising. It was something that I had looked at doing before all this pandemic and everything happened. I had almost put that deal together back then, and it just kind of went away, or I was going to have the opportunity to put it together, and it just went away, and now it's come back again. So it's funny in life, whether you want to call it God's law or universal law or Tao Te Ching or whatever it is, but it's the universe, and everything's attached through energy. And it's funny to me that whenever I come to a crossroads in life, it always seems like there's several options available to you. The choices are never made easy for us, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason why those choices are never made easy. I've noticed through my life, and maybe people watching this have noticed this through their lives also, but when you come to that crossroad in life, it seems like there's always three directions to go. At least three directions to go. There's usually an easy way where you don't have to do much. It's the safe way. Basically, you use your current skills, and it's a job you can easily do. But it probably isn't as rewarding. It's more safe than anything else. There's usually something that's in the middle that requires a little bit of growth, but it's still fairly safe. And then there's something out there that's just wildly provocative. It's something that is probably huge. It also means a huge change, and it means a ton of growth. So it's always those three directions you can take. And often in life, I've taken the most difficult of the three directions. And a lot of times it's been great. And other times it hasn't been so great. And I know the difference between the two of them now. When I got into that situation, see, the bigger the challenge or the bigger the success, the more challenges you're going to have around it, almost guarding it. It seems like they're just guarding it. If it's something that's fairly easy, there isn't a lot of challenge involved in that. It's just a minor decision to do that. The ones that are in kind of the middle, obviously there's a few more challenges you have to overcome, but still it probably seems like something you could easily achieve. But that big opportunity, there's always a bunch of big challenges around that and things that you have to overcome. Well, this is what I know. Usually that big thing that we talk about, our heart is easily in that because we see the potential, we see the potential success, and we think about all the things we could do with that success. But a lot of times our head can't quite get into it. And say we take that, we follow our heart and we take that, but our head never quite gets in it. We never believe in ourselves enough that we can achieve that, and sometimes it goes poorly. But it's when we put our attention to it, we take our heart, we take our head, and we put all of our attention into it, then attention becomes intention. And then we're willing to do all the things that we need to do to make that happen. And we're all capable of it. The idea is there, it came to us, so we're resourced to do it. All we have to be is resourceful. And I think sometimes we get content to the point where even though we're capable of doing all that stuff, either we're afraid of the success, or we're scared that all the challenges that are involved in that will mean we're going to go backwards and we're going to lose status in some way. So this is what I believe about the universe, about God's law, about Tao Te Ching, is that that idea is there already for you. And you can have it. You just have to be willing to do all the things that it needs to have to happen. So my concern would be if I take the thing that's easy, the thing that I know I can do, is just basically almost a lateral move, and you probably wouldn't do it unless there was a little extra money, but mostly a lateral move. You've already done a lot of growth to get to that position. And how much more growth is there? And fulfillment is what you have to think of. And we're not fulfilled, we always look for different avenues. Success without fulfillment is like I keep saying, is the greatest disaster. So if you're taking something that you're not going to get any growth out of, that it really isn't going to challenge you, growth and sharing come hand in hand. And sharing is the only way you get fulfillment. So if you're taking something, you have to understand, if you're taking something, you're only doing it for security, and it might be a struggle in the future in trying to get fulfillment. So the higher you go up on that ladder, now I also understand if you go after that huge success, there's a lot of challenge, there's a lot of potential issues with that. You're taking a big chance in life. You're capable of doing it, though. You can do it. If the idea is there, the physical is already there, the resources are already there, you just have to be resourceful. So you have to make that choice. Plus, that's your greatest possibility of having fulfillment, because you're going to be growing. You're going to learn all these new things. You're going to be growing. Now you got something to share. And if you look at it that way, you will achieve. And you will constantly be fulfilled, and you're going to get that success if you do it right. So when you go into something like that, you have to be careful. You're going to have dreams and goals. It's something new. You cannot know how to go from here to there because you've never done it before. So you have to accept that when you're going to take that path, it might not happen exactly the way you saw it will, or thought it would. But you have to look back at what you've achieved while you're going through that and be satisfied, be happy, see value in what you've achieved rather than what maybe you fell a little bit short, because there's still time, it could still happen. The idea is there, the physical is there, it's going to happen. Sometimes we don't always predict the time properly, but if you're always moving forward and all the planning you do and all the decisions you make, you can tie to progressing the overall plan, the overall purpose, then you continue forward. But you might have to break it down into simpler steps. So you have to make that choice at that crossroads. But just know that one of the choices is probably going to be, at least this is what I've always found, one of the choices is probably going to be easy to make. One of them is going to be a little more difficult to make. And the biggest one is going to be the most difficult, but it's also going to be probably the most rewarding and has the most potential for fulfillment. But once again, you have to have fulfillment already before you try that. You're not going to get fulfillment if you don't already have it. You have to learn how to do that first. So that's my challenge right now. I've got 3-4 different possibilities, directions I could go. I can take the easy route. I can take kind of the middle road, or I can take the difficult road. And I've been taking the difficult road so far this whole year, taking a new direction with my business. It was kind of necessary, as a lot of people are finding out this year. So I am looking forward to more of this challenge, and we will talk more about it. And I see there's quite a few people on tonight. I appreciate it. Wendy's on, Chad, Lynn, and I saw a couple other names on here also. I'm sorry I missed you, but I hope this finds you well. Have a super fantastic evening. If you have something you'd like to share, me to share with you, this was actually kind of an idea. Chad wanted me to talk about this tonight, but send me an email, mike@inspiredmotivatedleadership.com, or you can text me on Messenger right through Facebook. Leave a message on Facebook or either at Inspired Motivated Leadership or my personal page or Refined Joy or MJ Design, any of the ones I've got. And I look forward to some comments or just put something right on here. I'd appreciate that also. But once again, have a super fantastic evening. I'm getting a little sun in my eyes now. My dogs had a little commentary, but have a super fantastic evening. And just remember, this is Mike at InspiredMotivatedLeadership.com. And this has been A Moment with Mike. I do business and personal mentoring and coaching. I create sales processes, leadership processes, team building processes, and hiring processes for business. And we do some personal development and a lot of other things. So thank you for joining me. Have a super fantastic evening, and we will talk soon.